I'm Nintendo Prime, bitch.
I'm skipping the little Snoop Dogg music I usually play because it does get copyright claimed, which I don't care on my night streams, but we do plan to leave the Tomodachi live reaction up, so this is supposed to stay public. So yeah, today guys, we're about 33 minutes, oh sorry, 43 minutes, my god, math, 43 minutes away from a roughly 20 minute Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Direct. This is a game I have not done a whole lot of coverage on. We obviously covered it back when it was originally revealed, but it's not something that's ever been at like the top of my wish list because I wasn't a huge fan of the original game. It's a very weird game, the original on 3DS, but a lot of people were, and it ended up becoming the 11th most popular game on 3DS in terms of just raw worldwide sales, just outside the top 10. So it definitely is popular. At least the original was. It was more popular than Fire Emblem, more popular than Kirby, more popular than Metroid, hell, more popular than some Zelda games even. So the original game did very well for itself. It's actually kind of shocking it took so long to even get a sequel. Right now announced for the original Switch, and you can even see it's a Switch 1 logo here. I'm not gonna say that a Switch 2 version doesn't exist. It is possible we do get a Switch 2 version announced today, but that's not really the larger point. The larger point is that I haven't done a lot of coverage of the game because I am not like the most interested in the game. So today is Nintendo's chance to sell me on Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. As someone who did own the original, it is on Nintendo today to convince me to buy this game. Now I will note, one thing I did do before the start of this stream was I showed the reveal trailer of Tomodachi Life to a couple of my kids. I wanted to see how they felt about it because like they were way too young to even think about this game. The first one anyways, back when it came out on 3DS. And they seem to be laughing and enjoying the trailer way more than I ever did. So there's a chance that this game ends up in my house regardless, just not for me. They seem to be having a good old time with it. So we'll see though. We'll see what happens today. We'll see if they can convince me to buy it for myself today. And look, it's gonna probably sell pretty well. Not necessarily like a system mover for Switch 2. As I said, it is a Switch 1 game, but it is definitely something that I'm very curious to see what they can do. You know what I'm also curious to do? How about hitting the streak?
Steak1024 has donated 69 says frozen streak as it's still below 0 here.
I take, but we're going streaky! Yes!
Yeah, it's -7 here, -14 with wind chill. Of course, this has been the story of every single day here for a bit now. We actually hit 71 here. I'm not sure where we are on our total streak count. We're gonna be at 869. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you so much. So we're at 869 on our streak count right now. And then we had $2 coming from Nerdy Seb.
Nerdy Seb 301 has donated 2 nen and says, "Hey Prime, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well."
Thank you so much. Man, dude, starting off popping up with a 69 steak. Damn, dude, did not expect that this morning. I never know, how viewer support's gonna be on streams like this. I never really know. I don't really plan for it. There's nothing like special going on. I'm not doing drinks or shots or any of this stuff. We're not doing anything crazy, but I always appreciate seeing support, especially because it's not just early in the morning. Dude, we had a lot going on today. A lot IRL is happening today, so a lot had to line up for me to even pull this off. But here we are, and I will be I have at least a video coming later today, but there's just a lot going on, guys, and I'm really excited to be here for Tomodachi Life. This is our first live Nintendo Direct reaction of 2026 as well, because unfortunately I wasn't even around to live react to the Mario movie Direct. So here we go. Let's get to some of the ats in the chat, because guys, it's a great way to get your questions in while we're waiting for this thing to start here in a little under 40 minutes. Nerdy Stuff says, "Hey man, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope it's all good. Looking forward to the upcoming week." Yeah, I mean, look, the way things are, based on what's being said out there. We have a direct today. We should have a direct exactly 1 week from today as well. And the 1 week from today, I have a feeling will be a bit more exciting for many people than this one. Tall Show, we're at 869. Thank you so much. The challenge for this one will be, will you making a Rick me for the game? No, that is not a challenge that I will be accepting. Lee 302, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Always enjoy your content, and thank you for your Switch coverage. I always look forward to what's coming to Switch. There you go. Thank goodness that Nintendo gave you a 3-day warning for this direct. Dude, even then, up until like just before the podcast started last night, it was still up in the air if I was going to be able to even. That's why I didn't have it set up before the show. I didn't have it set up till towards the end of the show last night because it was very up in the air. Just a lot going on. One thing I can state played a huge role is, you know, my son Aiden, guys, who went through all of the stuff he went through, has a bunch of follow-up appointments today with the people who saved his life. And that's, you know, hours away from home. And originally I was going to all of that stuff. I'm obviously here and did not go to it. It's an all-day affair. And that is because it turns out our other kids have stuff going on that I'm needed for. So it was like a big decision whether I was going to go or Yulia was going to go. And in the end, it was decided that Yulia is the one that's going to go. So, yeah. So that was one of the big things that, like, I maybe not sure if I was going to be here or not, because obviously priority number one is him, but someone had to be home anyways. And obviously in the end, you know, we decided that it'd be better if I was home, because then I could also still work and get some stuff done in between what I have to do for the other kids. So, but yeah, obviously a big day, a big medical day for him. And we'll get some updates on stuff with him. Now, I might not be updates I share with you guys, but this is like, you know, like the next stage of his recovery and everything. So, a lot of information, a lot of things are going down today. A lot of testing is going down today. But that's all going to stay probably private. Thankfully, I think he's doing okay. But, you know, I'm also not the medical professionals, you know, so they'll help determine quite a bit. All right. General direct next week or partner? I feel like it's going to be a general. I think I'm not even entertaining the thought that it's a partner. If it is a partner, I will laugh. I will laugh a lot if it's a partner. And that's merely because I actually would be just as excited for a partner showcase as I would be a general showcase, because I play such a wide variety of games. Like when people like, I understand why the general fan base and for the health of my channel, a general direct always hits harder. And don't get me wrong, I love the Nintendo games and the first party stuff, but like I play just as many third party games as I do first party. So like a partner showcase is a huge deal to me as well. Like I get really excited for those. And you guys can see that in prior, you know, times that I've live reacted to partner showcases. Like I could be stupidly excited for a partner showcase, but I know that like if it is a partner showcase, it'll make me chuckle because the internet's going to be so mad. There's going to be people mad at our podcast for predicting the general direct. There's going to be people mad at my channel saying, "Oh, you were leaking the direct." Well, it's still a direct, but yeah, it'll be fun watching the internet melt down. Like it's that side of me that sometimes wants to watch the world burn just a little bit on something that doesn't even matter, and so part of me almost wants it to be a partner showcase because I think it would be funny, but in reality, I'm fairly certain it's going to be a general direct, which is I think what the system needs, just from a prove it perspective. The Nintendo hasn't revealed a prove it game yet, and next week could be the week. Let's see here. Is it true that Nintendo is halting production because sales numbers are way down? What are you talking about, Vith? No, it's not true. Oh my god. Where did you see that, Vitha? Vitha0071. Where did you even see that headline? Like, I'm very curious, like, who is spreading such bullshit? like literally, where did it come from? That's all. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it came right from Nintendo's mouth. But 50% Nintendo, 50% third party. It doesn't even need to be that. To be a general direct, it can be like 25% Nintendo. All a general direct means is Nintendo's got big announcements, but so do other companies. Like a direct isn't just about Nintendo's own games. So, bro, ask Rock. Yeah, that's why I don't know. That's why I'm actually asking like where he saw this, because I haven't seen it, and I was already scouring the stuff last night and this morning. So if I haven't seen this anywhere, and as someone who covers things and knows where to look for legit information, feels like it's probably something that's not true. But maybe he saw it somewhere that I'm not aware of. Let's see here. Yeah, I know I messed up the total. I'm aware. Typos and shit. Let's see here. So this Tomodachi game is likely to sell 10 million and barely any of us are interested. I would say that that is not true. When people talk about barely any of us is interested. Now, I can't speak for the whole of my community, of course, right? Like, I'm not someone who is that big in the Tomodachi. But, you know, it technically, the last one released before I was Nintendo Prime. So before we were doing YouTube stuff. But, I mean, look, if you just look at X alone, 44,000 likes is more than the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct was getting before it came out. Like, almost by twice the amount. The Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct on X only had 20,000 likes. So the interest in this seems to be higher than Donkey Kong Bonanza. So while I don't know how interested it is in our community, what I will say is that it is a game that is probably going to sell really well. As you said, it might be a 10 million seller. I think that is a possibility. This game is probably going to do some numbers for Nintendo. So, you know, I think it's interesting when people talk about how people aren't interested in it, and then meanwhile it's getting more likes and more interest than something like Donkey Kong Bonanza got. So I think it's going to do just fine. The interest in my community, we'll see. We're not to direct time yet. So normally we have two surges when we're live reacting to directs, even individual game directs. We have a surge of viewers right as the direct's about to start. Those are the people that genuinely just want to see my raw reaction. And then we usually get a surge of viewers when a direct ends. Those are people that preferred to watch it without the live reaction, but then want to come over here and chit chat about it and talk with me about it and get my thoughts and all of that. So that's usually when we get the two surges of views. Now I will note, if this was a general direct today, we would obviously have more than 97 people watching right now. General directs get way more interest. Partner directs even get way more interest on my channel than what we're seeing at the moment. But I have no idea what it's going to be like 30 minutes from now. You know, we could be peaking at 300, 400, 500 viewers. I have no clue. Yeah, these kind of directs are really hard to predict on what the interest in my viewer base is going to be. And normally we're not going to see till closer to the direct happening what the interest level is. And again, I hope Nintendo can sell me on it today. That would be awesome. What the hell is that symbol by Tall Show's name? Why does he have like a police badge? Is that new? Did they change the moderator badge without telling me? I don't know. He's the only mod here, so I can't really confirm it. He's literally the only mod in the chat. Tall Show is policing on his own, but it's like the badge changed. That's interesting. It used to be like a little wrench. It used to be a wrench. Now it's like a police badge. It's interesting. Sometimes they like. Here, I'll show you. You see here. See this thing right here. I don't know if it appears to others, but it's interesting. A shield, sure, which is what a police badge is shaped after. Why they changed it, I have no idea. It used to just be a wrench. But cool. There you go. So YouTube changing some symbols without telling me. YouTube does a lot of things without telling me, to be honest. And yes, I read their blog. I watch their creator YouTube channel for like all the updates on YouTube, because hey, it is my job to make YouTube content. So that means I also should fucking know what the hell's happening to the platform I'm on, because the changes they make could affect my channel. Like, I now finally understand how the hype thing works. People who hype my videos, I'll tell you right now, we are never going to be a top 100 hyped video ever. It's never going to happen. We're never going to be a top 100. And that's all right. Based on how the hype system works, we will never be a top 100, and that is okay. So basically, the hype isn't really going to help my channel, unfortunately. It works much better if you're a channel that makes evergreen content and not news content. Let me see here. Vitha0071 says, I don't know if 16 million units sold or not is good or not. Can you comment? Is it a big number for 7 months? Okay. I'm projecting 16 and a half. Whatchamacallit, VG Charts has it at 17. Obviously, we don't know the real number until Nintendo gives it to us next week on February 3rd. But here's what I will say. No other device has ever sold that many in 7 months. Now, some people might go, oh, GBA. Yes, GBA was faster selling in the US, not worldwide. Worldwide, 16 million in 7 months would be faster than any video game dedicated device has ever sold. I'm being specific with my words here because I want you to understand I'm not just like singling out home console. Any dedicated video game device has never sold that many in 7 months. So when we talk about like, is that good or not? If that's not good, then there is no such thing as good sales. It just doesn't exist. You can't be the quickest to ever do it and then also say the sales are bad. That's just not how that works. So yes, it's good. It's very good. Remember, Nintendo only projected 15 million for the entire fiscal year. That goes all the way through March. They originally projected 15 million. They're already probably ahead of that. Yeah, that's very good. That doesn't mean the holiday sales were as impressive, especially in the United States, as people were hoping for or thinking might happen. That I don't know. Obviously, you know, your individual expectations for the holidays are up to you individually. But for Nintendo's sake, they're probably well in line for their 19 million projected that they updated to. We'll see if they make any adjustments next week. But either way you slice it, 16 million, let's say that is the number, in 7 months, that is an all-time record. So yeah, I would say that's pretty good. The Root Show got like 250k likes on the Japanese Nintendo account on X. Easy 10 million seller. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Tomodachi Life was massive in Japan. Yeah, it's one of those things where this game's gonna do well. It's gonna do very, very well. It's gonna, you know, I don't know if there's a Switch 2 edition. I'm just assuming there will be a Switch 2 edition announced today. But even if there isn't, it doesn't really matter. The game's gonna do gangbusters. Let's see here. Weird. I hope it's the Hylian shield. I mean, I suppose you could turn it into the Hylian shield quite easily. The Hylian shield's a pretty basic shield shape. So they changed the mob badge within the last few days. Cool. Well, it wasn't like that last night on my channel, but awesome. Do my best, but YouTube only limits me to 160 hype points. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible because I don't make evergreen content. Because I make daily news content that's irrelevant 24 hours later, it's almost impossible for me to get enough hypes to appear in the top 100. And you have to appear in the top 100 in order to actually get extra views off of people hyping your videos. So that's why you haven't seen me like on my videos, hey, I'd appreciate if you hype the video. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna make any difference, unfortunately. You can still hype it if you want. I'm not gonna like discourage the hypes. It's just we're not gonna get to the top. It is what it is. Let's see here. Danny Knight says, I feel like I'm in the minority of your fan base who is really excited for this new Tomodachi Life game for sure. Day one buy. I mean, look, obviously my audience, if you guys, you know, pay attention to the ebbs and flows of the channel over the years, the two largest fan bases in my audience is Zelda. Zelda games always do huge numbers. People love Zelda in my audience. And Mario. Mario also does pretty big fucking numbers. So those are obviously the two most popular IP within my audience. Now, in between there, we obviously have people that like other things. Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, right? We have plenty of interest in other games. But like, if you want to talk about, hey, what's the kind of games that get the peak viewership on my channel? That's Zelda, that's Mario. In particular, 3D Mario 3D Zelda. Those are the things that do really, really big numbers on my channel. Probably big numbers on lots of people's channels, to be honest. But my audience is like, you know, those are like the two IPs that heavily do well, period. Like if a new Mario or Zelda is announced for this year, it's going to do very well. And my content that has any information on it is going to do very well. But what's been really nice to see is we haven't really had 3D Mario or 3D Zelda now since 2023. And all of last year, our viewership was up. Our viewership was up without a 3D Mario, without a 3D Zelda. So when you consider that, it means that we're getting some organic growth, I think, in all areas in the audience for Nintendo. So people who are interested in Tomodachi Life, people are interested in Animal Crossing, people are interested in Pokemon, people are interested in Mario Kart. We are getting a much broader audience over this last year. Like we gained about 23,000 subscribers last year, and that's a shitload of subscribers, man. And they didn't join for Mario and Zelda, like 3D Mario and 3D Zelda, because there was no 3D Mario, there was no 3D Zelda. They joined for other things I was covering. So it's actually kind of nice because as the channel's growing, we're starting to diversify a little bit. And I do think Zelda in particular, brand new 3D Zelda games might always do the best numbers, but we're starting to diversify, which ends up raising the floor on the views per video because you have more people interested in more than just Mario and Zelda. And that brings the floor up, and that actually is what you want to happen when you're a YouTuber. You know, I passionately cover this stuff, but when you're doing this for a job, success isn't, oh, when a big game comes out and you're peaking and getting 50,000 views a video, 100,000 views a video. No. It's when the dust settles and you're back to just doing your normal stuff, not in the middle of a hype cycle for the most popular IP in your fan base. What's happening? Now, I don't know if my start to this year is going to continue, but it's definitely been very obvious that, you know, any video I drop, I should be expecting 10,000 views or more. That doesn't mean I can't drop videos that don't get it, but if I do drop a video that doesn't get it, it's probably going to end up pretty close. And that to me is the exciting part. We only had one video this month not really come close to 10,000 views. And to be fair, it was a video about the sales data, and it was a day late. So basically, I put that video's failure, getting only 5,000 views, on me. Because it should have been out the day before. It was recorded the day before. So all the news in there was like old by the time it came out. And you guys know I like to be on top of the news, not a whole day behind. There's other channels that do day behind, like Spawnwave, Sumbro Nation. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I've created expectation-wise of my audience. My audience expects me to have the news out the same day. And I wasn't. I was very late getting that video out. So I put that on me. But for all the rest of my content, it's been really great. And even, again, the stuff that hasn't, like when we put Assassin's Creed Black Flag in the thumbnail, which I know isn't like the most popular series in my fan base, 9,000 views on that video. Said we got close. You know, even my video, my discussion video that says Nintendo Switch 2 is failing, stop it, get some help, 9,600 views. So we've really raised that floor so far in 2026. And that's because we do have people here to see Tomodachi Life. We do have people interested in the Mario movie. We do have people interested in Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave and the rest. We are growing. And we're growing in ways that are bringing in people that aren't just here for Mario and Zelda. So it's awesome. What's also awesome is Venatus is back.
Venatus712 has donated 50 calendar and says, I'm back, bitches.
Venatus712 has returned. Welcome back, buddy. Always nice to have you back here towards the end of January. You have February right around the corner. We're in the final week. So thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate the 50 drop. That's 2 pink boys we've had on the stream already. Hot damn, between Steak and Venatus. Thank you guys so much for the support. Tomodachi Life. So let's do a poll and just see who's excited or who's just here, who's curious. You know, are you excited for the new? Oh my god, I'm having a hard time typing. Part of the reason I have such a hard time typing is my hand keeps hitting my microphone while I'm typing. It keeps fucking me up. All right, we're just going to go with a simple yes no for now, and then we're going to do this poll again after the direct to see if people's minds have changed. See if the sentiment has changed after the direct. But I want to know what you guys are feeling like before the direct. I suspect there's going to be more yeses than nos, just because we only have 125 here, which suggests heavily that this is going to be mostly people interested in the game. But we always have people that tune into my live stream sometimes because they just want to see me. They just want to see my reaction to it, but they have no real interest in the game. I see that in the audience at times. It's 10:40 for you, Karkun. Nice. I gotta look up what time the financial report is. Every time I see the Karkun, it reminds me that, oh yeah, you're right, you're in Japan, and I gotta remember what time the financial stuff drops next week. So I know it'll be in the middle of the night. It's always at like 2 a.m. for me. So I want to make sure I'm either up and covering it, or that I'm up early and ready to cover it. Yeah, Brain Branch, Abel said, just here to support your streams. Yeah, I mean that's it. Some people come in because they don't even care about the game. They just want to support the channel and give it a watch. Super chat come in.
MMXJK has donated $1.99 and says, have to go get my kid up for school. Take care.
Hey, good luck, man. My kids are already on the bus and off to school, so. All right. As for someone asked, when's my hernia surgery? I do not have a set date for it right now. I'm entering a new program in February. I'm working on getting an appointment set up to get there within the first week or two, probably in the second week. And that program is my next step towards the hernia surgery. So that it's a very important step. Let's see here. Mojo Horizon says, good morning. Good morning, sir. Vunacha says, I couldn't stay away from my favorite hamster lover for long, Mr. P. God damn it. You know what's going to happen? When I go check my P.O. box, which might have a few things for my son, someone will probably have sent one thing for me. It's going to be like a 3-foot hamster plushie to try to go compliment Pikachu back here. I just know it's going to happen someday. Someone's going to fucking buy me a hamster plushie. I'm going to be pissed. Well, okay, guys, it's not that serious. I'm not going to be like pissed. But I'm going to be face-palming in real life when I see it. Just be like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I just know it's going to happen someday. I just know it. Anyways, this is not me trying to encourage people to do it. I know my community. And just when I think the hamster stuff is done and people haven't brought it up for like a couple of months, that happens. I just know it. I just know it. The situation with Dispatch is a mess. Sad. Blames was initially sent towards Nintendo. Not too late, I hope. Well, here's the thing, Karkun. And, this came up last night on the show, as I'm sure you're aware. I still don't know who's at fault. Today, everything I am seeing about people trying to blame the developer all comes back to that customer support thing, which we know customer support wouldn't know. So do we know it wasn't Nintendo? I just don't know. Like, I can't find any definitive evidence either way whose fault it is for the censorship. Maybe it is Nintendo's fault. I have no fucking clue. Challenge accepted, says AJ Rax. Jesus. Lots of refunds issues. I mean, yeah, obviously. One thing I will say is on. Well, I'm not sure who's at fault for the censorship. One thing I will say is that the developer / publisher should have told everyone before the game came out. Not doing that is a very scummy thing to do. You should have warned everyone that your game was censored on Nintendo. That should not have waited till launch day to find out. That Nintendo cannot be blamed for. No matter what, Nintendo is not at fault for them not telling their own fan base. So yeah, that is something that is 100% on them. Let's see here. There seems to have only been a version of the game on Switch. On PS5, there is a censored version for Japan and a non-censored for the US. Okay. I've heard people say that Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch is censored. It's censored maybe in Japan. It's not in the US. I can tell you that right now. We have a live stream me showing how not censored that game is. If it's a partner, what's going to happen for the 40th anniversary of Zelda? I don't think they will ignore it. If it's a partner, there won't be any 40th anniversary Zelda stuff in it. They'll just talk about that later. It's the law in Japan. The censorship stuff, like you have to censor games like that in Japan. I don't know obviously what it's like in Japan, but then also that would mean, like, if they had to do it for Sony, then that would mean Nintendo didn't make them do it. The law made them do it, and they didn't have to do it anywhere else, but they did it anyways. So that would still be on them. Like, even if the laws in Japan make them have to censor, just like for PlayStation, you don't have to censor it everywhere. That would be a choice you made. You can't blame Nintendo for that choice. But again, I don't know. I haven't, like, all we know is that Ad Hoc pointed the finger at Nintendo. And people obviously tend to side with the developers. This is usually how it goes. You know, Nintendo's the multi-billion corporation, not Ad Hoc, right? You mean in Japan? Okay. Yeah, in Japan, I can see Cyberpunk being censored. I think censorship is pretty normal. It's kind of weird in Japan. Like, you can marry AI robots. You can go get a rub and tug at certain places that we would call a brothel here in the U.S., but I don't know if they use that terminology in Japan. But your games, your video games, better be censored. Very interesting culture. That's all I'm gonna say. Very interesting culture. If the let's see here. Dev doesn't want to burn a console maker. Want to release any more games on the platform. Nintendo doesn't want to burn the dev because they don't want third parties to not bring games. Well, here's the thing. Ad Hoc is pointing the finger at Nintendo, so they already are saying Nintendo made them do it. Which might be true in Japan because it would just be the law. Like, it's not really even Nintendo at that point. It's just that's just the law, and they would know that because they had to do the same thing for Sony. They had to censor it on PlayStation 5. But I'm gonna end this poll here because we hit a clean 69 on the votes. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation with that game, because if Nintendo isn't the reason it's censored, why would Nintendo point the finger at all? They have nothing to point to. Nintendo's not at fault. They're just, hey, they made the decision on their own. Have a good day, you know? Danny Knight says, I'm with the majority of your panel from last night, though. Censorship shouldn't be a thing when it's the rating system. Yeah. Like, what's the point of the rating system if you're going to censor things? Even if you want to say, even if for a game like Dispatch, which I have seen some footage of it uncensored, because again, you can be that way on other platforms. What I find interesting is, if the issue is you don't think an M rating is good enough, right? Like, if you're a platform holder and you don't think the M rating is good enough for what that game is, then shouldn't you be pushing the ESRB to take games like that and rate them as AO? Because what people don't realize is M rated is not the top rating. AO is. There is a rating above M. Now, I will note, AO rated games, from what I'm able to research, seem to be fairly limited to things like essentially softcore, you know what. But it is a rating that exists above M. So if that's the problem, then you should be petitioning the ESRB to rate it even higher. I'm not saying Dispatch should be rated higher than M, but I'm just saying that, like, there is technically a rating above that. Yeah, it's an interesting situation for sure. And the only reason it's getting attention, guys, and we all know this, is because Dispatch is actually a really good game. Like, we're not talking about a scrub of a game. We're talking about a fairly popular indie game that reviewed very, very well, and people seem to really love a lot. So It's a very well received game. So that's why another reason why it's getting so much attention right now. Yeah, Karkin says that's my read. It's on the publisher. Yeah, like if the reason was just, hey, we're conforming with Japanese law, but you don't have to do that in Europe. You don't have to do that in the US. You don't have to do that in all these other territories. You don't have to. You make it a toggle like you did for PS5. And you can have the toggle on by default. That's fine, but it should be a toggle. Let's see here. Steak says, like I said to Gamebird yesterday, Kit and Krista had a great discussion about it, and they worked there when they were more heavy-handed with censoring. Yeah, I read that comment last night. You have to correct me if I'm misremembering exactly what you said, but basically, actually don't remember now. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. There was so much. There's such a long show. Refresh my memory. What did Kit and Krista say about censorship at Nintendo? I haven't seen their video on it, but they would obviously know because they worked there and they worked at Treehouse, and so that huge part of what Treehouse does is translate games for Nintendo. Let's see here. It's 100% at General plus Zelda Direct, like they did for Mario last September. Maybe. Does Japan still have love hotels? As Karkun told us last night, it's still very much a thing. Like, I don't know if you'll find it on like the main tourist areas. It might be in the back alleys somewhere, but it's apparently still very much a thing. Like, people in Japan are aware that like these places exist still. Yes. I mean, technically it exists in America too, legally even. You just got to go to Vegas, baby. Remember what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Dude, you don't have to go very far in Vegas to find a little card or a little flyer to get a nice little escort, or to be invited to a special service with a cover charge. So don't kid yourself. It does exist in the US. It's just legally very centered into one area of the country. An area that people keep bringing their children to, by the way. Because, it's Vegas, baby. There's things for kids to do there. There sure are. There's some things for some lonely adults as well. Maybe it's expensive to have a second version on Nintendo versus Sony. Maybe, but I don't know how, man. Most of your sales are digital. I don't know, man. It's like, it should be the same cut, the same 30% cut. So I don't know. Regarding the censorship, Cyberpunk and Witcher 3 are censored in Japan too. Yeah. Again, as Kartkun, who lives in Japan, noted, like, there is some laws in Japan that require games to be censored. And they're not just censored on Nintendo. They're censored like across the board. So, that's fine. I don't think anyone's really questioning Japanese censorship just because we know the reason that games have to be censored there isn't on the companies, but rather on the state, the country, right? The laws they have in place. And whether you like those laws or not, they exist. So you can't really get mad at the publisher or the platform holder for the censorship in Japan. But it's weird, the censorship that's happening outside of it. And like, it's weird when Nintendo of America censors their games from Nintendo of Japan that aren't censored in the US, by the way, or in Japan, by the way, it probably shouldn't be. We're talking about things like, a character in Xenoblade, in the Japanese version has more cleavage, not nudity, but cleavage. And it's totally allowed in Japan, but Nintendo of America, no, we better cover that up. Like, all right. Who cares? I mean, I don't care about the fake cartoon cleavage in the first place, but who cares? The moment that character came into existence, there are people online already depicting them in all sorts of ways. It is what it is. Remember when You Don't Want to Switch indie titles had exposed Booba in one of the eShop screenshots? Yes. I remember that being a story. I don't know if I covered it, but I remember reading about it. Yes, you will. They look like Disney castles, some of them. There you go. See? Told you guys. It's still a thing in Japan. Never went away. And again, technically it's a thing in the US, just in one area. They were surprised. They thought, like other people, that Nintendo was kind of past this. But it usually comes down to one person making a decision or one person in a meeting raising the issue. Sure. Good morning. The publisher weirdly cheaped out or messed up. Probably didn't expect the backlash. Yeah, maybe they didn't expect the backlash. I talked about that last night, how like maybe it was oh, Nintendo's mostly played by kids, so no one's gonna care kind of thing, which is a gross misconception. And also, why would you bring an M-rated game to a platform that you think is for children? So I don't know. There's some weird things with that if that was the reason.
Joey Pitts 22 has donated $1.99 and says, I've never played Tomodachi. What do I expect?
Some of the craziest social gameplay experiences you've ever seen. Things that happen to Tomodachi life. Like, you can get some crazy social things happening in The Sims. So think of it, it's kind of like The Sims with Mii's, except you're not really building and decorating a house per se. You're living life in a world that lets you do things that just, it's insane. You'll see. You're about to see 20 minutes of insanity because that's what this game is. That's what the original was anyways. They said they were there when Isaac was first proposed for 3DS. One person had to make a decision. They turned down, then it eventually came to Nintendo platforms. Yeah. Later, Vanatas, have a good day, man. Work, whatever you gotta do. Enjoy yourself. Probably see you tonight on my live stream. It should be live tonight. It should be. Don't want to guarantee anything. The direct here starts in a minute. We're going to switch over. Let's get the music turned off because literally it starts any second now here. Let's get this up. And yeah, we're already unmuted, so should be good to go. We're at the max res I think Nintendo's streaming at. Yeah, they're only going 1080p. That's also a sign that it might not have a Switch 2 edition. If you notice, all the Switch 2 related streams are in 4K on Nintendo's M. So this not being in 4K might be an indicator that it's only a Switch 1 game, no Switch 2 edition right now. But we'll see. Let's see here. It's one giant sitcom. There you go. Here we go.
Hello to everyone watching the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Direct. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. This game has Mii characters, which you can customize and interact with. Oh, what is a Mii, you ask?
This is a Mii. What kind of dream life awaits you in this new Tomodachi Life game? Please take a look.
The residents on this island are called Mii characters.
Bronzel, I'm a Fuffle, Tornado's Dahan.
And you'll be the one creating them. What if you, your family, and your friends lived here? How about someone you really admire? Yep, in Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, your experience can differ based on the Miis you create as residents. Let's see how you could be living the dream. We'll begin by creating the first resident. There are two main ways to make residents. You could start by answering questions about their facial features, or by creating each part individually. We'll go with the second option, from scratch. Let's try creating a college student. She'll appear as a character throughout the direct. From face types to hairstyles,
Oh shit.
eyes,
Look at the customization.
and more. There are so many
Whoa.
parts, including ones unique to this game.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now this
You
is a
can
me
even
maker.
choose the shape of ears.
Holy shit.
After you've created them, you can adjust their height and body type. You'll also choose their name and gender. And if you'd like, you can pick their dating preferences and more. Pick their voice.
My name is Angie. My name is Angie. It's nice to meet you.
Then answer some
The
questions
voices
about
in
their
the game are so
personality.
hilarious.
And everyone, meet Angie, an outgoing, friendly college student.
Hey there. It's nice to meet you, leader. I'm Angie. I can't wait to start living here.
Oh my god.
Oh, it looks like something is clouding Angie's mind. What's up?
I'm hungry.
Oh, how about some flan?
Yum.
Yum.
You'll need to take care of your me at the start. Huh.
Huh. It's so lonely, being the only person on Yumian Island. Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies too. I wish there were other people here with me.
Ah, yeah, about that. The island is pretty barren at first. Angie needs some company, so let's create some new island residents.
It's a small island, actually.
First up is her childhood pal, Jess. There's also Patrick. He's kind and kinda aloof. Dr. Winters, Angie's mentor and professor.
Yum.
Carlo, a barista at the local cafe. Crystal, one of Angie's friends from work.
A crystal ball.
Hugh Morris, a jester and jokester.
Hugh Morris.
And
Who came up with
Mocha,
that name?
Angie's childhood teddy
Is he
bear.
related to Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell?
You can even make me characters by combining different features or by using face paint. As more residents appear, the island will grow. Even if the residents are friends in the real world, they won't know each other here, at least at first. There needs to be an opportunity for them to get acquainted.
Just staring.
Let's try bringing
Dude,
Crystal a little closer to Jess.
Crystal just staring at him. Like, that's not rude or anything.
We haven't met yet, have we? My name is Crystal.
Have we?
You're Crystal. I'm Jess.
And now they know each other.
This game, man.
Once this happens, the Miis will start interacting on their own.
So first,
And depending on where you drop a Mii,
Is he ready to the humongous?
different things might play out.
Oh my god.
Angie, what happened?
Huh. I think Dr. Winters and Hugh Morris would be fast friends.
Love that idea.
What should we talk about to help them get along?
Well, here's a little conversation starter.
Monster trucks?
Monster trucks. Hugh Morris,
Not what I
say
would have them
hello
talk
to
about.
Dr. Winters.
Not what I
Dr.
would have them
Winters,
talk about.
this is Hugh Morris. Do you feel like talking about monster trucks?
I would have
Tell
put
me,
I would have put
Dr.
sex
Winters,
just to see
Did
what
you
happens.
see that report on TV yesterday?
Just to see what happens.
The one about monster trucks? Of course I saw it. I've been itching to talk to someone about it.
What the
Oh,
creepy eyes?
I was going to say, it was so boring that I fell asleep. I guess I'm just not that interested in monster trucks. I see.
That failed. That was a bad
Oh,
conversation.
that reminds me.
That was a bad conversation starter.
Apparently, Dr. Winters made a cameo in the report.
Is that right? Whoa. You know, maybe we do have a lot to talk about after all. I bet we could be good friends.
Oh, because they appeared on TV. Oh, she appeared on TV, so now I'm interested.
On this island, time passes in the same way as the real world. So, even when you're not playing, the Miis will live their lives of their own accord.
He's only interested because you were on TV. He's shallow. Warning sign. Warning sign.
Oof. Sorry. My mind was somewhere else.
You think?
No, it's my fault. Are you okay?
Remember how I said the weirdest shit happens in these games?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Here we go.
Then we're both fine. Good. Stay safe out there.
I told you. Tomodachi Life is just such a weird game.
Oh. Is this a vision? Of Angie falling in love? How curious. Anyway, let's introduce some of the shops that bring the island to life.
First up is the Food Mart, Fresh Kingdom.
Welcome.
The daily offerings include standard menus. Some days, though, you might get some rather unusual options.
Yum.
Try finding your favorite eats.
Like how realistic the food looks compared to everything else.
This is the clothing shop. Where you'll find a dolly dress outfit, a sunny side up outfit, and even clothes like a hot dog costume and a wrestling singlet.
Tomorrow, Rongo. I'm up. Well, anyway.
If you want to change up your look, head to this shop. Next, the news station, MNN. It's your source for everyday happenings on the island.
We've got a surprising news story for you. Early this morning, an unidentified creature with an extremely long neck was captured, only to be later identified as local resident Angie.
You can also re-watch the news later if you'd like. Revamp your room with the home supply store T&C Reno. There are rooms for people who want to be library dwellers or who dream of living in a supermarket.
All those textures are flat. Everyone get angry.
Design your room with a plethora of options from this shop. Here's the marketplace, where the items sold will change based on the current time.
Step right up and try your luck. Probably the best deal on the island.
Probably the best deal on the island.
To unique mystery bags. You might be surprised at what you discover.
You just get a lion for 50
At
bucks?
Phototomo.
You just buy a lion.
You can choose a me,
Guys, I got a
background,
pet lion now. It only cost me 50 bucks.
and placement. Then snap a picture. Try making memories with the residents via photos. Oh, it's Dr. Winters. What's on your mind?
Yumian doesn't have enough greenery. Can we get some more plants around here?
That's a great idea. Anything specific? Let's spruce things up. Well, look at that! The town's landscape looks beautiful, thanks to Dr. Winter's idea. In addition to taking suggestions from residents, you can place landscaping items across the island.
See, here's your Animal Crossing stuff.
This is where Quick Build comes in handy.
Welcome.
At this shop, you can purchase a variety of decorative items, like benches and plants. You could even make a space for residents to hang out, like this. You can also move houses and shops around, or expand areas of land.
There you go. I was just
So
saying the
go
island was a
ahead
little
and
small.
change things up to your liking.
Okay, so you can expand the island. Okay, all right.
In due time. Creating islands like these are possible with just your imagination.
There you go. That's an island. Oh shit. Okay.
Here's an alien who's recently been popping up in Angie's dreams. Mocha's friend Latte has also been showing up.
Mocha
The
Latte.
island's becoming pretty lively. That's Patrick, sporting a smug stance.
If it isn't Patrick.
There's Dr. Winters, waddling around town.
Waddling.
Hello.
And here's Jess, socializing skills and crossed arms at the ready. These tiny habits are called little quirks, which you can gift to me characters.
I feel a bit more like myself.
The little quirks can differ. Like how me's enjoy their food, for example.
Oh my god.
You can also gift them with phrases.
Yeah, I usually end up crying when I go to the movies. I don't know.
Some other little quirks include wiping away sweat or tossing and turning while asleep. Try finding the little quirks that match each me. Oh, Angie, why so glum?
Just thinking about the man.
Patrick shot me down.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, rejected.
Let's get Hugh in here.
Oh my god, Hugh? No. Hugh, go away. I don't want you over here.
Why can I never keep my hoodie strings even? There's a rumor going around that Mocha is worried about you.
Thank you so much. I feel a little better.
That's what made you feel better? Oh my god, here we go. I think Angie has a problem. Angie's got a problem.
I'm so touched by Hugh Morris's kindness. And now my heart
Angie's got a
seems to be
problem.
racing.
Wait,
Anyone that
Is
just
Angie
says a
falling
word to
for
her
Hugh
she
Morris?
wants. Angie's got a problem.
no kidding. We'll see how this unfolds. But first, please take a look at
Angie's
this.
got problems then.
Oh, it's Crystal. She's out and about, dog by her side. But this pup isn't an ordinary pet. You can create it, all thanks to this workshop, Palette House. Here's how Crystal's dog was made.
Oh my
But
god.
that's not the only thing you can create.
Oh my god.
A customized
Oh
latte.
no, guys, this is trouble in the making. People are gonna be. There's gonna be a pet
Jess's
penis.
favorite TV show?
Someone's making a pet penis. It is what it is. It's happening.
Or
Day
Patrick's sweater that
There will be a
lights
pet
up the
penis
night.
walking around.
You can make items to your heart's content. Oh, hey, you could also design the exterior of a house and the ground. Yep, you can create items and use them for your island.
Imagine you're petting
So
your pet
go
penis.
wild and make what you want at Palette House.
Oh my gosh, this game, guys. I told you, man. This game gets fucking wild. It was wild on 3DS, and now they're doing even more.
Angie, what's on your mind?
Huh. I can't hold back my feelings for Hugh Morris. I need to tell him how I feel.
Oh my god.
Well, let's hope it
Dude.
goes well. We've got to cheer
Watch
her
her get
on.
rejected again.
Where should I confess my love?
How about on a
Confess my
Ferris wheel?
love? Okay. Angie, you can't be in love yet.
How should I confess
You haven't
my
even-
feelings?
You haven't even had a single date. You can't be in love already.
Why not the old-fashioned way? Ah, the
Desperately.
perfect locale
You're
for a
doing desperately
profession of
because that's what you
love.
are. You're desperate.
You know, if it goes well.
You're desperate.
So, the truth is,
You're desperate. That's the truth.
You see, so, Hugh Morris, I'm in love.
You can't be in love. You
I
can't
know
be
exactly what you're trying to say. I'm totally in love with the view from here, too.
Actually, that's not what I was going to say.
Reject her.
I'm in love with you. Can we go on a date?
What the fuck? That should be a hard no. You haven't even gone on a date.
Hold it right there. The one who truly loves Hugh Morris is
Oh,
me.
here we go.
Jess is here?
Hugh
Hold it
Morris
right
has
there.
competition for his love.
And Dr. Winters, too?
Well, the one who truly, deeply loves Hugh Morris is me.
I confessed my feelings first. That means I love Hugh Morris the most.
Hugh Morris. Which of us do you
Hugh
choose?
Morris, reject them
Pick
all.
one of us, once and for all.
Reject them all, man. Say no. Say no. Say no, dude. They're creeping on you. Say no.
I'm
Run
so
away.
glad you feel the same, Dr. Winters.
Oh, poor Angie. She's been turned down a second time.
Why does my heart hurt so much?
Don't worry, you'll fall in love with the next man to talk to you. Or maybe the next teddy
Wonder
bear.
what's brewing with Mocha.
I want to try living with Angie.
Oh, here we
That's a
go.
great idea.
She's gonna fall in love with the teddy bear now.
Something you think we'd enjoy doing every day if Angie and I lived together.
She's gonna fall in love with the teddy bear now. If she gets anyone to even talk to her, she's in love.
Oh, right. Angie and Mocha go way back. So why not reminisce? Let's have them talk about when the two of you first met.
I think you're right. I'll go talk to her.
To her?
Can I have a word?
What's up, Mocha?
Well, if the two of us lived together, what's something you think we'd enjoy doing every day?
Sleep.
Let's say it together. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Talking about when we met?
met.
We are so compatible. Let's move in together.
Imagine that's how you
Good
decide
for
to move in
you,
together.
Mocha.
Imagine that's how you make your decision.
Here's their home. Looks like
Imagine
they're
that's your
really
decision.
living the dream.
You decide to move in together because you had the same thought at one time.
And best of all, Angie looks much happier too. Here in this big ol' house, up to 8 residents can live together. You'll be able to see different sides of the Mees when they're under the same roof.
They're
On
fighting over the
3,
TV.
say the first name that comes to mind when you think of a fashion icon in this house. 1, 2, 3. Me.
Me.
And that's that. The Mees on this island will live out their lives however they so choose.
When is the game coming out?
When is the game coming out?
They might befriend someone,
With Jack Dumbo? Or
live together,
Always handling the cleanup.
or even fall in love.
Hey!
See how
You're
their
with the wrong
relationships
person. I thought you were
change,
supposed to be with the clown.
and help them out where you can.
Poor Hugh. This
That
game's so
concludes a
weird.
basic overview of Tomodachi life, living the dream. What did you think? Soon, it'll be your turn to create
When's
your
it
own
coming
island.
out?
What kinds of me characters would you make? Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream launches on the Nintendo Switch system April
April
16th.
16th. So it'll be kicking off the new fiscal year.
The game will also be compatible with the Nintendo Switch
Sure.
2 system.
Well, yeah, no doubt it's gonna be compatible.
Thank you for watching.
So no Switch 2 edition. No Switch 2 edition, but it'll obviously be backwards compatible and work. All right, I'm pretty convinced there's going to be no Switch 2 edition. All right. Well, that was Tomodachi Life living the dream. The question now is, do you guys feel any differently about the game? Are you more excited or less excited? So let's how would you grade this direct? Can this direct even be graded? Putting up the poll up right now. Can this direct even be graded? It's a very interesting proposition. Yeah, I saw people saying that I should do a live stream. I don't. This game is so not my kind of game, but it is like hilarious. And I will, you know, the thing about this kind of game is the moments that would happen on live streams would be legendary. Because you know it's going to be all inappropriate, right? My entire island, everything going on is going to be extremely inappropriate and probably be absolutely hilarious in a live stream. Like, there's going to be some crazy shit going on if I live stream this, if I live stream playing this game. Let's see here. Before there was a 20% chance I wanted it. Now it's a 75% chance. There you go. Someone got sold on it. You're totally cool, man. Thanks, Lily. Cooster, thanks for doing this live stream. You're great in introducing games to me that I would not have looked at. Well, you know, I tried to cover all this stuff. I wanted to cover the Xbox event as well, but it's just stuff in my life didn't line up for me to do it. But you know me, I try to cover everything that we can, especially if it's like Nintendo, for sure. We definitely want to make sure we try to cover it when we can. This direct barely scratches the surface of Tomodachi Life. They haven't got to the musicals yet. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, in the original game you can make like full-on musicals. I guarantee you'll be able to do it again. You feel bad about Angie? Dude, what I feel bad about Angie is she's supposedly a college chick, and yet literally every man she sees is love at first sight. I think I think her island needs to have a therapist move in. I think Angie desperately needs some help. But yeah, it would be hilarious on a live stream. That's like, I have zero interest in actually playing this, but I will admit a live stream would be funny. So much possibilities for her. Oh, imagine she sees a hot dog stand and she falls in love with the hot dog itself. Maybe Dr. Winters is a therapist. I suppose there is a. I don't know. Can she go to Dr. Winters though? Because if Dr. Winters is a therapist, I have a lot of questions. Dr. Winters was laying underneath the bench of the guy she was creeping on. I don't know that is the person you should be going to therapy for or with. You know what I mean? The person who's creeping on the guy she likes laying underneath the bench he's sitting on. I don't. This isn't. I think that the therapist needs therapy. Do you think they are saving a Switch 2 edition for a direct? No, I don't think there is going to be a Switch 2 edition of this game. I think it's just going to be Switch 1. I said this going in that a Switch 2 edition could happen, but wouldn't shock me if it didn't. If you live stream this game, I think you should do a poll on what theme you base your live stream playing on. What are you talking about with theme? Dude, when I go into a game like this, I have no plans. You don't make plans. You just let the craziness happen. That's the way I play, because I don't play the game seriously. When I played Tomodachi Life back on 3DS, I didn't have any fucking plan. You just let it flow, because that's when like the most organic crazy shit happens. That's when like you have no plans. I'm not trying to do anything in particular. Let's see here. We must do this on a live stream. I know you wouldn't play this on your own, but we need to do a live stream of this. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling come April. We'll see how I'm feeling come April. This game though, man. If you've never seen Tomodachi Life, now you know. It is There's basically no game like it in existence. Like, it's not The Sims, it's not Animal Crossing, it's not like Minecraft, it's not, you know, a dating simulator. It's kind of just like its own unique thing that nothing like it exists. So enjoy. Like, you know, the poll right now, we have 38% at A, 37% at B, 15% at C, 11% at D. Let's do a different poll now. How many of you guys are planning to buy this game? Make the simple yes, no. And no, I'm not putting a maybe in there because that's not a plan. Maybe is not a plan. The game looks like something I would pop in for my wife, and I have to for a few laughs and then never play it again. Animal Crossing New Horizon streamers are going to eat it, dude. Animal Crossing New Horizon live streamers are about to have some of their most peak live streams ever. People who like stream like cozy games or Animal Crossing, like, they're gonna have some of the best moments of their live streaming career this year. Telling you right now. All of us as me's. There you go. Rate how vicious this Nintendo Direct was out of 10. Vicious? I wouldn't use that to describe this Direct, so a 0. They made the Mii's woke. Technically, they made it optional that you can make them woke if you want. Remember, it's a choice. You have the choice in the settings for the characters. Let's see here. Yes, everyone who streams cozy games will be peaking. Yeah. I mean, look, obviously, guys, the whole point of the game is that it's a very social game. And so they're just allowing all social situations, which I don't have a problem with it. Doesn't bother me. It lets people make the game to be the way they want it to be. And then a lot of crazy shit happens. It was a good Direct, but the game isn't for me. The animals in Animal Crossing New Horizon talk enough. Hey, they don't talk like this. I love him too. Oh, I love him. Uh-oh. Love triangle. Oh, man. All right, guys. I think that's probably going to do it, right? I don't know that we have much more to really discuss with this game, since it's not something I'm super interested in. And I wouldn't say that they sold me. They might have sold me on trying to live stream it once. They might have sold me on that, an attempted live stream of this game. That's about the closest they might have sold me on, because I can see there being some high entertainment value in a live stream setting. See a lot of New Horizons and stuff as well. That game really shook up the life sim world and big Nintendo big time. The voices kind of sound like Speak and Spell. Or more like Speak Like the Devil. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I will kill your family. Mr. I just woke up from sleep a few minutes ago. You'll watch me stream it, yeah. All right. Hugh Morris is the first clown in history that everyone loved. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been fun. We'll see if I end up getting this game. It's not on my to-buy list right now, but you know what? If my kids have it, or Yulia or something, maybe we'll decide on a stream to check it out. Obviously people are gonna have a lot of fun with it. A lot of weird stuff happens in the game, but people like weird stuff, right? So I think you guys should be in here. I'll be back tonight on a live stream. Should have a video in between. Otherwise, peace out, everyone.